Hey everybody, what's up, it's Zach. I just got done playing Ætherena. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it because it's got this weird AE thing in English. I don't know, you could say Ærena, Ærena, Ærena. I don't know, I went to Wikipedia, tried to look up the pronunciation. But anyways, I'm gonna say Ærena, okay? Because it is a strategy arena game. Well, then again, basically the whole premise of the game is focused around this energy source called Æther, which also uses the whole AE thing to be cool. Anyway, so you use this energy source called Æther, and this powers all of your abilities between your champions and your ship. So, this is pretty cool. You can choose a ship, pretty much just cosmetic, but what it's really cool is that you can customize the different abilities that you have between your ships. So you have 3 abilities, and you can have all sorts of different kind of stuff. For me, I just had one that did 3 damage to a enemy champion, and then one that did direct 3 damage to the enemy ship. And similar to a lot of different card games, the ship is the player character's lifeline. That's it. If you hit 0 with your HP on the ship, you lose. You kill the champions, and then the enemy loses HP. Also, vice versa, you lose champions, you're gonna lose HP. But you also gain Æther, so you can do different abilities by hitting champions, and also if you lose HP directly, you're gonna gain Æther too. I'm not really sure, I'm not really confident in the balance of this whole Æther exchange sort of thing. It doesn't feel as balanced as Hearthstone, how Hearthstone's economy is in the game, where everything builds up equally. In this game, it's like the more damage you do, the more chances they have to come back, and I'm not sure if I like that. Snowballing seems really weird in this game. It's like totally anti-snowball, which I don't like. I think there should be some snowball. Like, if you're really good, you shouldn't be punished for being good. But that's my opinion. Let's look at the board game, guys. So as you can see, unlike chess, not all the tiles are blank or empty. We have actually some icons here, and this iconography displays some of the different things that can happen. So you can step on it. Whenever you step on one of these icons, something happens. If it's a skull, you know, damage. If it's a little ship with energy symbols, then you gain Æther for your ship, which you use for big abilities. And then you can also gain Æther or health for your champion if they step on it. So I think this game has definitely a lot of room for different kinds of champions. Like, you can have tank champions, you can have very mobile assassin-y champions. And whenever I once went against this one guy, he used one champion and he just walked back and forth on the board so that he could gain Æther for that one champion, and that one champion just became a nuke. So a light champion that normally doesn't do much damage but is very mobile becomes extremely strong, and I feel like the game is very much in favor of champions that can move a lot because it is a very small board game, so somebody that can cross it in one leap is very strong. Also, I think sniper characters are very, very weak. They can move a lot too, but they do very little damage, and basically you have to line up shots, and all the enemy team has to do is either go assassinate that champion or, you know, just block the shots easy. Because, for instance, champions just come back. You have phases where every champion goes one turn, because it is a turn-based game, but then they come back instantly full health, and I mean, yeah, the ship does lose some Æther, some hit points, but nothing really that important, and you do gain Æther, but in the end, you can only have 3 abilities to use, so you can't just sit there and stack them and then just... It just seems like there's a very weird balance to this game, and of course, you know, I'm new, this is my first impressions, I don't know what the balance is, I just feel very strange about it. I don't feel comfortable about it, and I think it's anti-fun. I think some of the champion designs is just anti-fun, and I'm gonna go with that. Sure. Okay, so Æther, when you get into the game, you go through this tutorial, and I want to explain this because the tutorial, it was pretty good. You know, it was fun. You got some little cinematics. You get to go into the world. You realize that there's some comical value to this game. It's not supposed to be taken seriously. It's freaking silly, okay? You know, it's just like, it's basically the world is all about this one game. It's called the Æther Games. These people go and they just fight each other. They have champions, like crews, and they just sort of play this little game, you know? It's like a glorified football, except with death and destruction. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So, very Coliseum style, and people spectate it, I suppose. That's the game world. But anyways, so you get into the tutorial, really quick and simple. You get right into the games fairly fast, very fast. You already get a little bit of customization, not too much though. And even at the end game, there's still not that much customization either, because there's very little champions, very little ship pools. Like, you can customize your ship, like as in you can change ships, but not too much for, you know, variety. But you do get into the games really quick. I played 2 matches against the same guy, lost my first one. That sucked. That's when I realized mobile champions are really good. And then in my second game, I did win because I took advantage of being mobile. And yeah, so the different champions, they each have 2 abilities, which they gain Æther to use those abilities. You start out with 0 Æther whenever you place the champion, and they gain it by either stepping on tiles or damaging other enemies. So the longer you keep a champion alive, the stronger it gets. Of course, if you use their abilities, the Æther is going to run out, and that's it. Some actually can hurt your own champions, some are suicidal, and I actually think I won because he suicided by accident. He destroyed one of my champions, and it destroyed his, and it allowed me to use one of my ship abilities to attack him directly. So yeah, there's a couple of different ship abilities. You can attack the ship directly, you can do different abilities towards different champions, but you have a limited amount, and you have a limited amount of resources for the Æther. Right. So, Arena! This game, it's a little bit annoying. Okay, so moving and everything, I don't like those mechanics because you can do only 2 actions per turn. So if it's a champion's turn, right, it's a champion's turn. That champion should be able to do its 2 actions, plus if you have Æther for a ship ability, I should be able to do my ship ability, but no, you can only do 2 actions per turn. So you can move twice, you can either attack twice if there's somebody right beside you, or you can move and then attack, which puts you at a huge disadvantage. So this game really rewards people that are patient, and it really rewards people that are almost turtle-ish. And then basically you can have a whole team of turtles and then just one assassin that just runs on all the tiles to get all the bonuses. You can pretty much do that. It's totally safe. Your champions are going to respawn, full health. I mean, you're not going to have the Æther. I feel like there are some different strategies, but the way the movement mechanics work in this game, I feel like it limits the strategy and overall potential that the game holds. And yeah, some of the different maps, you know, it's a little bit creative. It's not like chess, right? So you do have different tiles, you do have different tile sets and different map sets. And of course you have the different customization of the different champions and all that, but overall, it's definitely no League of Legends. It's not even chess. And chess has all the same pieces, same tiles, everything. So I think it's a fun, simple game. I would suggest it for younger audiences, you know, like teen audiences. I would go like, hey, my little cousins, yeah, you guys can play this. It's a fun little strategy game. For a free-to-play, definitely check it out. Definitely try it. There are some mechanics that I think, honestly, are just annoying. It's just the movement mechanics. But I guess once you really sit down and get used to it and start poning people and you understand the mechanics, then it probably becomes a lot more fun, just like any other competitive game. So yes, guys, this is a competitive game. You're going to be fighting a lot of other player characters. And yeah, get used to losing. So, thanks for watching. Come back, attack. Like and subscribe and do the things with the awesomeness. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Like a planet. That is a door. That's another shitty school. That's like a shitty music note. I can't even... I don't want to say shit anymore, but that's shitty vegetables. Some guy's dumb club foot. I'm a monster. It's like a briefcase.